Hello, everyone. My name is Parisa Rad, and we are Blunt Brunch Live. This is our blunt conversation, and today's episode is sponsored by Fourtwenty Collections. Last month, we spent each week talking about the importance of serving on boards, and this month for February, we're changing up the discussion, and we've been discussing restoration of a woman, discussing mental and physical health in the workplace. As we continue to bounce back from the pandemic, it has been shown that women are experiencing higher levels of mental and physical health challenges. In fact, 35% of females have moderate to severe levels of depression. 27% of females have moderate to severe levels of stress, and 30% of women felt that everything was an effort. Each week, we will be speaking with leaders who are going to help us raise awareness on the importance of supporting women's mental and physical health in the workplace. Today, we're going to hear from an amazing colleague, mentor, boss babe, my personal mentor, Marvina Thomas. We are honored to have her on today's show. Marvina is not only the CEO and founder of Fourtwenty Collections, she is also the founder of Start Living. Marvina Thomas is an eternal optimist, a compassionate leader, and one of the most powerful women of color in the cannabis industry. Thomas is the inspirational founder of Arizona-based Fourtwenty Collections, which encompasses THC infused edibles, CBD skincare, fashion line for men and women. She's also a nurse by trade, and she began her journey in cannabis space with a single bar of CBD infused soap. She is also the founder of a 501c3 nonprofit organization, Start Living, consisting of group homes and medical clinics for people struggling with drug and alcohol addiction. Marvina Thomas also serves as mentorship director for Blunt Brunch and Marijuana Industry Trade Association Canna Mentor, a program offering resources and support to social equity applicants in Arizona. Without further ado, let's bring on Miss Marvina Thomas, our guest today. Hello,
Hello,
Marvina.
you.
How are you? Thank you so
I'm
much for being here
wonderful.
today.
Thank you. And I'm glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, such an honor. You are your goals, your ultimate goals, and everything that you do in not only cannabis but also mental health is the reason why we wanted you on today. You know, you really walk the walk. So we're excited to bring you on. But before I get too carried away with today's topic, maybe we can kind of dive into just a little bit about yourself. I know I said a little bit about your bio, but in your own words, maybe you can just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All righty. Wow. Well, thank you for the introduction. I really appreciate that. You make me feel like I'm all that in a bag of chips, but
Well, you
you know,
are. You
no,
are.
I don't. I don't feel it. I just do what I do because I love. You know. But a little bit about myself. I am the CEO and founder of several different companies. Start Living Inc., which is my nonprofit since 2003, where we help men and women get off drugs and alcohol and then we get them back into society. Um, Also, Trinity Care Services, which is an integrated clinic where we have two locations in the state of Arizona, and coming soon is California and New Mexico. And then we also have Fourtwenty Collections, which we have our storefront, our manufacturing, our grow, our delivery service, and also our clothing line, which is all in Las Cruces. Oh, girl, I had to take a deep breath. Also for Arizona, I just have our manufacturing license where we are in several different dispensaries, which is a beautiful thing. Whereas where I started was in AZ. And then also just opened a few months ago our Goddess Boutique, which is a CBD store slash clothing line, women and men. It's more of a girly store where we can come get our little bath bombs and creams. And now we just started today with all the different types of teas and coffees. So while you're doing a little shopping, you can come on in and get a little sip with it.
CBD
So
infused,
a little,
even so
yes.
bougie.
And last but least is my Boss to Bosses. That is where I mentor several people that is trying to start their own company. It doesn't matter if it's in the cannabis industry, it's whatever industry. And I just wanted to do that because when I started my company, I didn't have no mentor. I had no one to go to. So I went through the trials and tribulations. So now I'm able to help those who are trying to get, to that next level, or even just start and learning what to do and what not to do. And my first episode that's going to be coming up is about your do's and don'ts in the business and how to protect yourself, because I think it's very, very important that we learn what not to do when you start your company, because you're so excited of starting your own, but you don't think of the back end stuff like I did. I didn't know. Now that I know, now I want to teach others what to do. So that's a little bit about me.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So tell us, what got you into cannabis? You came from the world of medical and being an RN, and you had that hat on. I know you wear many hats. So what made you tip over into cannabis? Like, what was that reason that kind of made you say, maybe cannabis is an option?
Well, we'd start living, like I said, we start living back in 2003, and I was just learning, let the truth be told. But the longer I got involved of helping my patients, it was just like, you know what, I need to explain. And then when I had one of my young ladies who came to my program, and now she's a graduate, so kudos to her. But
that's beautiful.
yeah, really is. So I'm all excited for her. But when she first came into my program, the first layer of her skin was burnt out from the pipe blowing up in her face. And she's always put anything just to thinking that it was going away, but actually she was making it worse. So I had made some soap. And the only reason I even made soap, let the truth be told, is because I got tired of buying it. Because everything that I was doing in my group homes was coming out of my pocket. I never got any loans or anything from the state or the government. Everything came out of me and my husband's pockets at that time. But the more group homes were opening up, the more expenses was coming out. So I was just like, I need to learn how to cut the middleman out and do whatever we need to do. So I took myself to school to learn how to make soap. So that's how I even got into making any type of products, let the truth be told. And then gave one of my bars of soaps to the young lady who had the issue with her face. And then all of a sudden, maybe like 4 or 5, 6 weeks later, oh my God, her skin came back, and then her face was just like a brand new face. And it's like, oh my God, I think I got something here. Wow. So then I started looking more, giving it to, my family and friends. It's like, don't tell me you like it because it's me. I need to know. So if I need to tweak, if I need to do a little something, then I know how to, protect it. So here I had a bar of soap. So then I wanted to get into the industry. So I thought, let me find out how to, get into this industry, because I didn't know anything about cannabis. I wasn't a smoker. I wasn't eating. I wasn't none of that. So I went to a meeting and I was like, wow, I'm loving this. So I started going more. I started volunteering my services, and one thing led to another. I met someone who let me into their space, and that's how Fourtwenty skincare was born. So just from that bar of soap, and I tell anybody, if you're trying to get into this industry, it doesn't matter where you start. I started with a bar of soap. So you ain't got to start all big. You just start off something small, and then you just grow from there. Because trust me, you won't fall. You just pick yourself back up and you start all over. So that's how I got into it.
That's amazing, Marvina. So with one bar of soap, one SKU, one idea has now snowballed into all of these different products. And you got skincare, you got edibles, you got smokables, vapes, clothing line, you name it. What don't you do? Maybe that list will be smaller.
You know what? I'm trying to get my hands in every pot. And if it works, it works. If it don't, I'll leave it alone. At least I can say I try. You know what I mean?
Well, so that's amazing, because not everybody is willing to face their fears and get out of their comfort zone, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah. You just got to get out of the comfort zone. I tell you.
Somebody commented on our YouTube right now. Rose Land said, "This gives me hope to stay in the business." So
yes, Rose, don't give up. Never, ever give up. Okay. Whatever you decide to do, just go for it. If you fall, it's okay. That's how you learn from your mistakes. A lot of people, she failed, or he failed. Oh, they weren't going to do that anyway. No. If I could sit there and listen to what everybody else is telling me, I would not be where I am today. So I always tell people, do what you need to do. I just put it in my heart. I know why I want to do this. It wasn't about the money. The money will follow. So never chase money. That's number one. You hear me, Rose? Give me thumbs up if you're saying, if you hear what I'm telling you. Another thing too is
comments again.
Just keep pushing. So yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you. You're such an inspiration, Marvina, to so many
You're
people,
welcome.
not
You're
just
welcome.
myself, but so many people watching today and watching your journey from one bar of soap to where you are now. That is
Yeah.
truly inspiring.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, I guess we get to dive right into today's topic, which is pretty exciting. Going into, mental health and physical health, an area that you're very well versed in and have a lot of experience working. I think you said since 2003 working
Yeah.
in this industry and even longer working in medical field.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts and suggestions on ways that people can make the work environment a little more healthier for women.
Amen.
So in your experience, what are 3 best practices that you've seen employers do to support women's mental and physical health? You've also helped with the wealth department too. I know you employ quite a few people.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
number one is communication, making sure that your doors are open for anybody who's having any type of issue. Offer different type of benefits is another thing. Like here at Trinity, my doors is always open. And we all talk every day. So if I know that someone's demeanor has changed, I'll pull them into my office and say, okay, what's going on? And don't lie to me. And they'll just sit there and they just start bawling. Because you never know, just because you see somebody with a smile on their face, you don't know what that person is going through.
oh, that's so
You
true.
really don't. You really don't. Another thing that you can do is offer different benefits. My office here, we offer all types of benefits here. If it's medical or being in the medical field right now, we have counselors here, we have case managers here, so the doors are wide open for anyone. And I'll let anybody know if you do have any issues and you're not comfortable with talking to someone that then reach out. I can refer you to someone.
Wow, that's beautiful. This is good advice for business owners who are watching today. I hope y'all are taking notes,
Yeah, you definitely need to talk about another thing too. We provide different trainings because a lot of people think, you know, it's okay for me to be feeling this way. No, it's not. So my staff knows, okay, if we see someone that's acting different or, you know, being shy or being away from everybody, we know that's not demeanor. Okay, then that's when we pull to the side. So you always got to keep your eyes open. If you see somebody a certain way, happy galore, and then all of a sudden the next time you see them, they to themselves, or if they losing weight, that's a sign.
Mhm.
So
Great advice. Thank you. Thank you for employers too watching. And, I want to just shout out Roseland again. She said, thank you. She says, yes, I am listening and learning. Also, Desiree Cooper, yes, keep pushing forward.
again,
In the kitchen with the fam wrote, wow. So we have a lot of engagement happening here. A lot of people are loving what you're saying. So thank you,
thank you.
Marvina.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll continue with the questions. This is so juicy. So how do you think women can restore and advocate for themselves for mental and physical health in the workplace?
Oh, that's a good one. Here again, I'm using myself because I am in the field.
Yes,
So
use
part of-
yourself. This is
okay, so
you're a great example.
one thing that we do here is I offer mentorship. You have to. Every job should offer this. Okay. You need to learn how to advocate for others, other people's ideas and opinions. We don't. We're so caught up in what we, or I. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, no, we all need to come together. If this person got this opinion or this person got something to say, then you all open up. Okay, then we have an open discussion about everything. Engage the workers. You have to engage everyone. It's like, oh, well, I really don't want to, or I'm scared to talk. No. Trust me, before I even did this present, you already know I hated to talk in front of people. I hated it.
I was shocked when I found out you didn't like it because you're pretty
No,
damn good.
did not. I was always that person like to just be by myself. But but I don't want to get into that little subject because I will go there. But again, you just got to learn how to engage your workers, and definitely training, and training. So that
So
would be my
actually empowering your employees to not only learn what are the signs that maybe something is wrong, but learning how to advocate for themselves and their team members is what I'm kind of
yeah,
hearing. Like if
yeah,
you're part of a work family, if you see
yeah,
somebody else isn't doing right, how
yeah,
do you help them get some help? Okay,
yeah.
so speaking up, definitely speaking up sounds like to be
Mouth to get fed.
Yes, I love that saying of yours. I love it. I've used it quite a few times and quoted you.
Yeah, you know.
With how society is these days being so fast paced, with us always feeling like we have to be on, burnout can really become a huge issue for women in the workplace. What are strategies that you would suggest for burnout prevention? I know
Ooh,
you work really, really hard. So it's like, how do
you
you
know,
avoid burnout, Marvina?
a lot of people always ask, when do you sleep? Let the truth be told, I cut my phone off at 8 p.m. I'm in my bed at 8. And that's me time. Especially because I'm up at 5. I'm out the door by 6:30. I'm constantly going. I'm nonstop here. So my practice is doing fitness. Getting some good sleep is number one. Okay. Eating a balanced diet. You got to eat right, because then
You
you're
got to
going to
fuel your body with the right things, right? Or you're going to burn out.
You got one temple. I tell everybody, you only got one temple. You got to take care of that temple, because without you, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Set boundaries.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, that's a
What's
big
that?
one. Learn the word no.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
a lot of times people would just come at you, and you always, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And knowing that you're tired, cut it off. No, I can't do it. You do it. Get somebody else to do it. So you got to learn how to stop being burnout of treating somebody else or doing something for someone else.
I bet a lot of entrepreneurs are watching right now and they feel like they have to do it all because the business ultimately falls on your shoulders. So learning to set those boundaries and also not setting ourselves up for failure. If you're already burnt out, how much good are you going to be to do that next task,
Yes.
So,
self-care is another one. Meditation.
Ooh,
You gotta learn how to just take a deep breath sometimes, because sometimes we just get so involved with our work or our everyday lives, and it's like you have to learn how to just count to 10 backwards.
Yeah.
And start over.
Rose actually said, I found myself giving everyone my time and never taking my time. That's deep. Yeah.
Can't do that, Rose. I know you want to be Superwoman and put this S on your chest. It's fine for a minute, but sometimes you get yourself so caught up and you would send yourself in the corner crying because you didn't did everything for them, but you didn't do anything for yourself. So stop. Learn today, honey. Learn the word no.
That's a good one, Marvina. She says, as an entrepreneur, you feel like everything is on your shoulders. But if you wait till tomorrow, it will not fall apart. I swear, right? We have to do it all today.
Yes. And I was like that too. Trust me. I was always doing everything for everybody, doing this for everybody, doing this and doing that. And I just got so freaking fed up. And I caught myself in my office and I'm bawling. And I'm like, what am I bawling for? I'm pissed at myself because I need to learn how to say no. So now someone come to me, can I, no. Go ask so-and-so. Go do this. Go do that. Even at home. I love my husband dearly. I tell him no. You go do it. So you have to learn how
to delegate. I think that's what you're saying here, right?
Delegate and say no. Because sometimes
you're like, no is no.
sometimes people be all up deep up in your pockets or, family, friends, so-called friends. Learn how to just say no. And yes, learn how to delegate.
Wow, this is such good nuggets of wisdom here. So thank you. Thank you. I need to be taking notes during this. So as a business owner yourself of many businesses, can you share a few personal examples of how you practice taking care of your mental health and well-being at the workplace? I know you mentioned, finding that work-life balance, turning off the phone, getting sleep and nutrition, but how do you support your mental health and well-being while you're at the workplace? Because I know you're constantly getting pulled in 20,000 different directions.
I am always getting pulled, but you know what? That's why I get to work so early, because none of my clients get here, or none of my employees don't get here till 8 o'clock or 7:45. So, and I'm here about 6:45, 7 o'clock. So I give myself about 45 minutes to an hour where I'm just meditating. Nice. I put on some either jazz or some Christian music, and I just learn how to exhale, learn how to breathe. And then I check my emails. That's out the way. Write down what I have to do today, because I'm all over the place. And if I don't write it down, especially with the age that I am, I have to write stuff down. I don't know about you guys, but
What
I know.
age, girl? You ain't looking but a day over 25.
But I write everything down, and whatever I don't finish today, I don't stress, because I used to stress that I don't get everything done. So now I turn it around and says, you know what? I'm not stressing. I'm gonna just put it for the next day, and I make that my priority. Whatever I didn't finish the day before, I'll make it my priority as for the next day. So my biggest thing for you is just learn how to meditate, how to love you.
That's really important. So taking some minutes to self-care before your
Yes.
day gets really out of control and you can't get your list together. So I love that.
Yeah.
Desiree Cooper actually is asking a really great question. She's asking, how do you handle the feeling of being alone in your business owner journey, even though you have people who try to help? So like, I mean, ultimately, like we keep talking about, when you're an entrepreneur, it falls on you. This is your journey. But how do
Yeah.
you not feel isolated? Do you have people you reach out to? How do you handle
I,
it being alone in your
you know, another thing too is you have to keep your circle small, because even though people are so happy for you, but you starting your company, not everybody is happy. Let the truth be told. Okay.
Mm.
So you need to find out who is your friend and who's not. That's number one. Number two, learn how to delegate it out. That's what I had to do, because I was so afraid of letting people in. I was doing everything myself. But then my company got, much larger. So it's like, okay, I can't do everything, because then I'm stressing myself out. So you just give little, just give a little. And then when you start feeling, okay, they're doing it, then you give a little bit more, a
Mhm.
little bit more, then a little bit more. Then it's to the point where you don't need to be in office, or you do need to be in office. So
Right.
that's
And
how
finding a good mentor or support system. I know you said you didn't have one,
I have one.
unfortunately, but you became one now to other people
One,
that.
and I became one because I didn't have one. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of people were feeling or still feeling what I was feeling those during that time. So that's why I wanted to be able to share the knowledge that the good and the bad that I went through starting my companies. Because it wasn't no easy ride. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it was all roses. No, it was not. There
And
was
it's
days,
still not, right? There's still days that are tough and
yeah, still
the
days.
roller coaster.
But that's part of being a business owner. You learn from your mistakes. So now that I'm able to be a mentor to, people out there that needs the help, I wish I had it, but it's okay. Now I can give back.
So for
Yeah.
Desiree Cooper, who's watching, Marvina is a mentor for bosses, boss to bosses. So if you're looking for some additional support on your business owner's journey, definitely reach out to Marvina Thomas. And Marvina, where can folks get in touch with you if they're looking to align with an amazing powerhouse mentor like yourself?
Okay, they can email me if you would like to email me at marvina@trinitycareservice.com. Just send me an email on that. Or you can go on 420 collections, 420_collections.com, and you can email me there, or you can get a hold of Parisa, wherever, how you want to get a hold of me. Try. Okay.
There we go. I put our Facebook there so
No,
people can
there
find
you
us. Also, our Instagram. People can get in touch with you that way. We have more chats coming in. In fact, Katana Bonner from New Mexico, I believe. We met her at the Las Cruces Blunt Brunch. She said gems.
Hey,
And then, of course, Rose Land said, it's just me. Some days are good, and some days I just want to stay in my bed.
yeah, you got to get out of that rut. You got to get out of the rut. That's when you need to start talking to someone. So if you start feeling it, Rose, call me. We'll talk.
Okay. That's amazing. Going back with that mental health, you got to take care of you. Some days it looks like that. Depression can look like being stuck in the bed, right? And we got to just have people around us to push us forward. Because I know when I'm in your arena, there is no days we sleeping in the bed. No, we getting
Okay.
up and we handling.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, anytime, Rose, I'm available for you. Okay. And if
That's
you call me and I
amazing.
don't answer, do not get alarmed. Just send me a text and I will return your call.
That's amazing. What a great resource for all these women that are watching today. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Marvina, for
You
continuing to just be a leader that we can all look up to and, allowing us the steps and the foundation, the magic, if you will, of what makes, your beautiful empire continue to flourish. So
I
thank you
appreciate it so
so
much.
much for your time today.
Ah,
You are amazing. We have other people saying yes. Desiree Cooper is just with all the hearts.
thank you.
Roseland is saying thank you. We have a lot of grateful women on here today. Thank you so much. And for those who want to get more, as Marvina said, you can reach out to her personally on social media. You can find her Marvina Thomas on Facebook and LinkedIn. You can also follow Fourtwenty Collections, which is one of her companies, and reach her that way. And you can also go to our YouTube page and rewatch this again for those who want to get just a little bit more. So
Amen. Amen. She says,
thank
I need
you.
a mentor.
Katana just said, thank you, ladies. Let's read this. Thank you, ladies. Good advice. I need a mentor. Well, you know where to go, honey.
You
Right
know where
here.
to put me. There you go.
All right. Thank you so much, Marvina. Have a blessed rest of your day.
Awesome evening. Mwah.
Thank
Love.
you. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Bye-bye, everyone. We'll tune in next Tuesday when Adelia brings on her guest. We'll see y'all then. Bye-bye.